Okay, so I've put everything in its new location. I've created me a little planet up here. It's more of a generic Neptune. There's a couple of things that I overlooked in the last one. One is that my crate isn't casting a shadow while other things will be. So I'll need to add a shadow to that. And I'm going to be kind of super simple with this one. I'm actually just going to do it on one of the crate's pieces. So if you figure out which piece that is, like probably that first one there, right? I can map that into shadow. And then I haven't put all of this together in a composite. And the reason is because parts of it, the arm are in front of it, parts of it, the arm are behind it, or is behind it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that separate and just go ahead and plug this in back here behind all of the arm pieces. And so we get a shadow there now. And I'm going to need to do my apply a peg transform to this. I guess I should probably just hold down Alt and wedge that in there like that. And then Control P to give me a peg to reposition this transformation. And so this will now let me use this peg. Let me turn off that mode. I thought I could use this peg now to move tool, peg. I can position the peg there, and now I should be able to move my shadow. What have I've selected too many things here. Peg. There we go. Put that there, and so now I should be able to move my shadow for this and adjust the shadow a little bit as well. So I'm just going to kind of use this to kind of skew that pretty dramatically, squash it down as well, and move that back here behind. And then because the shadow has the option for just a little bit of blur, I'll blur it just a little bit as well. So that's a blur. And let's look and see what that renders like. Yeah, it's kind of got a nice shadow there now. Let me pull that back a little bit more. And then let me turn up my intensity just a little bit too to darken it. There we go. So we got that. Now the other thing I have forgotten to do is I forgot that my ship has two different angles, right? And so if I go to my ship and expand this out, what I'm going to need to do is on each of these pieces that change, I'll need to go to my tools to my library and expand this out a little bit here. And I just need to switch this to a different point. So the ship highlight doesn't change any, but the porthole has a different porthole. So now that's there. The door is a second door, and the ramp is a second ramp. The ship itself stayed the same shape. And then each of these flaps, if I recall, have a second position for those as well. And so now, between these two keyframes that we have on frame 82, this is what our shot looks like, and on frame 90, this is what our shot looks like. So it's allowing me to continue using the same rigs, and that may not always work, but it's allowing me to use the same rigs to kind of build an entirely different shot. So I'm going to, I very well could use Winslow's rig to have him do the jump and then jump into the ship, and the ship will fly away. But instead, I think I'm going to use this as a time to kind of do some frame-by-frame animation of this. And then the last thing we're going to do is a little frame-by-frame animation for some flames underneath the ship as well.